It's North Central footy time on the Friday night sports show, and Ricky Allen is with me, the school teacher who can't even get to teach a class at school at the moment. It's getting that hard. How are you, Ricky?
Yeah, going well, thanks, Wayne. As I've spoken about a couple of times already on this program, we're lucky where we live. Up in the sort of Wimmera Valley, we've still got the fresh air, and we can access most things within our 5 kilometre radius. So, very fortunate to be able to call this area home.
Yeah, and fortunate you've had some rain, which has been great. The crops are looking good, so there's that positivity. But the negativity, of course, is that just people not being able to get back out onto the footy ovals again, and that's going to cause some consternation, no doubt, and maybe some rejigging of the draw. We'll have a look at that in a moment, but we'll go back to last week. We did play, albeit Sea Lake, Nandalia and Witcherproof Narraport. That game was a forfeit for Witcherproof, so no games at Sea Lake. The other games, though, shored up that Donald are the top 4 contender. 19-16, 130 to beat St Arnaud, 8-4-52.
Yeah, 35 scoring shots to 12, Wayne. It could have been a lot worse for St Arnaud, but yeah, Donald are hitting their straps. These breaks are hurting them as much as anyone. I know they've lacked, talking to their coach, Rowan Brown, last time we played them, he said they're just lacking a bit of continuity as a side, and hard to get a lot of their recruits playing all at the one time, but he said looking forward to finals, that's hopefully get 3 or 4 games, which they now haven't got. If Donald can get it right on the day, they're going to be a threat, but they've got a lot of quality players, Wayne, and Goss, he's been a real star of this league, kicking 6 from the midfield, so he's a handful going forward, but Ross Young, best on ground, he's untaggable, I reckon, Wayne, so good luck to whoever's running with him on the final day. Potter at centre forward there, McGough, Goss, Foster and Wall. So good win for Donald for St Arnaud. So Douglas again with 3. He's been a real highlight for him this year up forward. Not winning a lot of games, but he's been giving them an attacking option, which is really good. Bert Thistle, Rogers and Organ, they're best players for St Arnaud. But yeah, Donald, just sharpening their paws a little bit before the finals, Wayne.
Well, they are. I'll tell you what, Bath and Burke, those two getting 3 goals, but Bath particularly, I reckon he comes out of defence normally, so that is a good effort from him. The other games, Birchall Watcham got over there to Charlton at that beautiful new facility, and they were able to do them easy. 16-14, 110 to 6-6, 42. And I'll tell you what, the Bulls, that is like a bucking bull right now. It is going very well.
Yeah, as 30 scoring shots to 12, so similar scoreline to the game before. You'll notice there was no Gordon, Wayne, so he's still over your way in South Australia. So I'm sure for finals he'll be coming across, and we're hoping, the quarantine regulations or the COVID issues are gone from them, but they don't seem to be going anywhere. But yeah, a great win for Birchall Watcham. Will Sheen, who's had a bit of an exposure at a higher level in the Pioneers, is kicking 5 goals. Best on ground. Clayton Hinkley, the former Fremantle Docker, off the back flank, and Steph Pye with their best players. Castellano kicking 4. Better players for Charlton were Luke Mulquinney just in the midfield, Joe Tormey and Jason Collins. So Joe McGrath kicking 3 as well out of the goal square. So good to see Joe kicking a few goals.
Yeah, good to see also that Madjock kicked a couple of goals there. I haven't seen his name come up before, but that's great stuff.
Yeah, so he's one of the Adelaide boys, Wayne. I believe he's residing in Birchip or over this way for the time being. That's what I've been told. Whether that's right or wrong, not too sure. But so he's the South Australian one who's over here at the time. So he might be staying for the rest of the season.
All right, that's good to hear. Well, McGrath with 3 for Charlton, and Mulquinney, Tormey and Collins were okay for Navy Blues on the day. The final match was a win for the Wedderburn side, which they did need to get it to keep the boys from Birchall Watcham at bay in 3rd place. It was 9-11, 65 to 6-5, 41. A great performance by the Redbacks. I suppose Bort put up a regulation effort at their home, probably took it up to Wedderburn, who are clearly a much better side.
Yeah, but whilst the wins haven't come through at a great margin, definitely improved from where they were a couple of years ago, Wayne, and that's what you can, strive to do, is just keep improving on previous performance. Kieran Wilson's the star of that club and of the league, so he was best on ground again. I presume he went to either Campbell or DeRouge, probably DeRouge, and kept him to 2 goals, which is a good effort. For Wedderburn, Lowry, Rosengren and Lockhart in the midfield there, getting the ball down to the forwards with their better players. Yeah, DeRouge 2 and Campbell 2. So Good effort by Bort. Wedderburn, getting the win they needed though, and they stay in second spot, which who knows what the fixture's going to be, Wayne. It'll be very interesting, the decision that the league come up with.
Yeah, it's very interesting. The ladder shows Sea Lake and Daly on 36, Wedderburn 34. That drawn game in the start of the season is going to come back, I reckon, to haunt the Birchip Watcher folk. 32, Donald 22. That is your top four. You can call it the finals race now. And when we go to the program, there are 2 home and away rounds to go, 15 and 16. We know that this weekend, round 15 is gone. And that would mean if next weekend, if the coming out of lockdown on, say, Thursday night at 8 doesn't give people a chance, unless they make an early announcement, to go out and train, it could be that we don't have any more home and away football in North Central. Yeah,
the decision that the league has to make, Wayne, will be interesting. So it'll be, whether they give clubs the opportunity to voice their opinion, so consult with clubs this time, or whether they make the decision as a board again. I'm not too sure. So from a personal point of view, my thoughts would be, as I've spoken about earlier in the year, we needed to reduce the season. I was saying, allow for a top 6. Well, that's gone. I think the top 4 is set. I think we have to head into finals as is. That's a personal point of view, Wayne. Look at playing the first 2 semis on the weekend and just aim to get 3 weekends out before, our cricket, our tennis and that type of thing, wedding season sort of kicks off. So aim to get 3 weekends. Clubs have to be... This year they have to be flexible. It's not a normal year by any stretch. We've, stopped and started 3 or 4 times now with buys and interleague and that type of thing and the lockdown. So I just think that clubs have to be flexible, know that the season could throw up any challenges, but at the end of the day, if you're the best team, you're the best team for, the season that was. And that's, what it's been.
It's going to be interesting because the final 2 matches being lost, Birchip Watcham would be in third and Wedderburn would be in second. A couple of other things come to mind here. Qualification of players. If you're at 4 games, there'll be some players that may not have played those 4 games. Does that then get looked at? And I guess the third point would be is that if you do take the final series as it is, after the final 2 home and away matches, you then get to the finals. And when you start to look at it, you mentioned about Saturday, Sunday football, but the first round of finals was slated for Saturday, August the 21st. Then the second semi-final would be Saturday, August the 28th. Then you go to the prelim, first week in September, and then 11 of September, the grand final. There is still plenty of time before AFL grand final if the league were to push it out a little bit further.
Yeah, there is, Wayne. But as we found out yesterday, in the space of 4 hours, the state was locked down. So from 4 o'clock to 8 o'clock, they're not afraid to make quick decisions that impact. So I don't think we can take anything for granted. It doesn't seem to be going anywhere. I just think we need to take our opportunities. Obviously with the qualification rules, there's a big one impacting Wedderburn. Bender Rouge has only played 3 games. So what will the league decide there? If we have to play another game, obviously he'll play and get that 4th. Will they change the rules to allow him because the season has been a bit indifferent? I'm not too sure what the league will be deciding there. It's a tough decision, and it's glad I'm not making that call.
Yeah, it's going to be an interesting one. Will we get the last one more home and away match with no crowd, or will it just be called the top 4 for seniors? And of course, then there are junior games and other grades of netball and so forth that are all affected. Hockey comes into it too. So a huge decision for North Central. A tough one that we've been able to at least bring some of the attention to. I'd rather venture that they should play that first semi-final and second semi-final on the same weekend, just to be sure to get it through. Once we get back to play, maybe go straight to finals, play it, and then get the season done as quickly as one can. Wouldn't want a 4th lockdown for the season to cause a huge level of consternation. But, that's got to be deemed by other people. We're just following it here. Ricky, good to have a look at it with you, and always good to chat about North Central. Looking forward to hopefully the season getting back on track and getting started again soon.
Thanks, Wayne.